Hello, my name is Brooke, and today I'll be showing you a little bit about a classroom management tool called Class 123. Here is the URL that you can type into your browser if you want to follow along or create your own account. Before we begin, I'd just like to talk a little bit more about what Class 123 is specifically. Class 123 is a classroom management website and application. This tool can be used to give students feedback, whether that be praise, wow cards, or warnings, no-no cards. The tool can be used per student and for the class as a whole. The class can gather wow cards individually for doing good deeds or golden eggs together as a class. The teacher is in charge of giving these feedbacks. However, there's also a separate option for similar feedback by parents for their child. This can be used to help promote children to do positive behaviors and still get praise and reinforcements for that behavior as well. Each student is given an avatar, or there's also an option for their school picture. The website can be pulled up on a presentation screen throughout the day for students to see their characters and classroom goals. The tool screen has many options, such as Lucky Draw, which is a random draw, seat arrangement tool, chalkboard, attention bell, timer, class goal tracker, attendance, discussion board, photo board, student report, parent messenger, and announcement tool. So that's a lot of features in this one tool. It can also be downloaded as a mobile application for the teacher as well as the parents and the students. The teacher also has the freedom to pick and choose what options to use or not use for the class as well, which I think is really great. I just want to go through the cost real quick. As you can see, the cost for usage of Class 123 is completely free to download and to use online, and it's completely ad-free. So I went ahead and inserted an image of what the teacher app looks like, and as you can see, it also tells you that it is 100% free. It'll state this on the parent and teacher one as well. And it's also really nice that it's completely ad-free, so that means that there's no chance that your student is going to be seeing things that they shouldn't be seeing. I also want to talk a little bit about the versions. I kind of already mentioned this, but there's two options when it comes to using Class 123. The first option is to use it online. Here's the link, like I said earlier. And the website can be easily accessed by the teacher, student, and parents with a simple login. Class 123 can also be downloaded for free for any mobile device. And there's 3 different apps. There's the teacher app, the student app, and the parent app. So these 2 versions pretty much allow for Class 123 to be used anywhere. So at school, at home, on the way to work. So now that I talked a little bit about it, I actually want to show you the class itself, or the Class 123 itself. So I'll go ahead and click on the link. So this is what the website looks like when you first access it. So I'll go ahead and log in as a teacher. Here we go. So Class 123 is very easy to understand and use. After teachers log in for the first time, they can go through a tutorial or demo class, which I still have up here, to help guide them through the learning process. There's also a downloadable instruction packet for the teachers, and once they create their first class, there'll be a packet for the parents and students as well, and this will also include their access code for however many students we make. That number of access codes will be downloaded as well. Class 123 also has many informative videos available to the public for free on their website as well as on YouTube. There's also an FAQ option with helpful replies to commonly asked questions for teachers, parents, and students that you can access through their website, as well as a help menu. It's very easy for students to use the tool. They simply log in, enter with their username or password, and their class code if it's their first time logging in. And then the teachers to set up their account. It's not very personal at all. You just enter your name, your email. There's an option for a school. That's it. The mobile option is also very easy to understand and use. You just download it. It doesn't take very long. Teacher can provide the link to the download. And also the teacher could always type up their own instructions for parents and students as well. So I'm going to go ahead and create a class for us so we can look at some of the features of class 1, 2, 3. So just create a class. So there's an option for all these grade levels for class 1, 2, 3, but I wouldn't really recommend class 1, 2, 3 for middle school or high school. This is because the website design is targeted more for a younger audience. I think it would be kind of hard to implement and encourage positive behavior using cute golden eggs and fun avatars to high schoolers. Although it's a classroom management system, I think it's more targeted for younger grades like elementary or even special ed classes. There's also many great similar resources out there that could be implemented to use in middle school and high school levels. So if you want to know more about that, you can always message me or just do a Google search. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do first grade. I'm going to add my class. So then option for the names pop up. So I'm just going to enter in some real quick. So whenever I click on this, it'll show you the avatars. This is what I was kind of talking about earlier. There's also an option, like I said, this app is just really flexible with anything that you want. You can tell the gender, anything. Also, here's the option where you can put the photos. So once you actually create the class, the packet that I was talking about earlier is going to download. It'll probably bring me to it so I can show you it once it downloads. Yep, so here it is. And then there's the codes. So the teacher can just print this off and give it to the parents, or they could make the whole username and password and provide that to each parent and student as well, pretty much however the teacher wants to implement this. So this is what the screen will look like whenever you log in. So I'm just going to show you a few of my favorite features. There's obviously a ton on here. This is how you can access them. Also, you can access them up here. The first thing I would like to talk about is the option for teachers to create their own cards. As a teacher, I don't think I would personally like to use the no-no cards. I think for reinforcement classroom management systems, there should only be positive reinforcement. But the option to take away no-no cards or make your own cards is up here. So here's the section. You can completely get rid of these. You can exit out. Or here's all the wow cards for positive reinforcement. So there are plenty of alternative positive cards that the teacher can give to their students, like for example, diligent cards or politeness cards. You can add ones that don't even exist. I believe this is a really great option, especially giving these cards to students who struggle with like certain concepts. Perhaps more praise and rewards for those students would help influence more positive behavior. So that's one feature I really like. Another feature I really like is the community boards. So you can use a board to create assignments for students or as a blog almost with photos for parents. I just think it's a really interesting feature. Not only could the teacher use it as a communication boards with parents, like I said, but they could also use it to create assignments like maybe like a question. So let's do one for example. So a student, you could have them have to make their own post or comment underneath. So say I was going to have them do a comment. I can write a post like, what do you guys think about blank blank blank, and put a video, and at home for an assignment or in class, they could reply underneath, have discussions with each other. There's an option to let parents look at it. It's really interesting. Announcements can be made this way, like through here, announcements. Another option I really like is the goal setter option. So goal setter, so the students would pop up down here, and then whenever the class makes a certain amount of eggs, they can use those to get classroom rewards. The golden eggs are given to the class if the class is acting positively and according to the teacher's classroom rules. The teacher can create an option, for example, every 5 or 10, less or more golden eggs, the class gets in a reward. I was thinking like every 10 they get a pajama day or like a specific fun day, so they can all like really be excited for it. And when this is displayed on the presentation screen, they'd be seeing this all the time, so you could always refer back to it to help them stay on task. And then another feature I really like is the lucky draw. So this is really fun. You can have it option like just pick one person. It just makes it a little more fair when teacher needs someone to pick for like such as a helper for a day, or maybe to answer a question, or maybe make groupings. It's also a way for a student to feel excited because whenever they get picked, here I'll go ahead and show you. Music is played, shows the student on the screen. It's really fun. I'll go ahead and just go through a few of the different options. I'm not going to click all of them, but I just wanted to mention some of the ones I like. There's timer, bells, chalkboard. This one's really cool feature too. You can draw on it. You can post it on boards, announcement, checklist, multiple rewards. Under this, under the class, you can view by seat. You can make the seating chart, the reports, which I think is very cool and important. You can keep track of everything printed out, send it to teacher or other teachers, parents. This way, you could also make it so the students don't really see this as much, and then like print this out and bring it to conferences just so things are more private. It's really up to how the teacher wants it to be. So just to wrap up, I want to talk a little bit about why I like this app. I know I've been talking about it, but still. I believe this classroom management app is an amazing tool to help develop positive behaviors in the class. I love how flexible and easy Class 123 is for the teacher, parents, and students to use. I love all the features, the flexibility and ease, how the teacher can have them shown up privately for the parent and student app or just on the parent app. There's so many different ways to implement it. I personally would probably make it more private. This way students do not have to be embarrassed by having their no-no card displayed to everyone, but the teacher can still keep record in an organized way, such as being online, being able to print off, than just keeping it on paper and then losing the paper. The students can have their avatar displayed for getting positive behavior cards. This tool is really great to use with elementary level students since it's fun, creative, and motivating. And also, if you want to know more in depth about each feature, Class 123 YouTube account has individual videos for every single thing. We'll go way more in depth than what I did. It's really interesting, so you should check it out if you found this management tool interesting. So thank you for listening to me. Bye.